All right, let's talk about something that gets under a lot of people's skin. The fight against this so-called VIP culture. You know, that whole idea that for some folks, the rules just don't seem to apply.
It really boils down to this one simple question, doesn't it? Who gets to be above the law? The answer should be just as simple. Nobody. But, well, as we're about to see, the reality on the ground often tells a much, much different story.
So check this out. A recent incident really puts this all into perspective. Imagine a convoy of fancy cars, windows blacked out, sirens wailing, pushing everyone else off the road. And they're doing this right outside the Main Secretariat. But here's the kicker. They're not real officials. They're impersonators. This isn't just some random crime. It's a symptom of something much, much bigger. You see, something that brazen doesn't just happen out of the blue. It's born from this pervasive culture of impunity. It's like we're living in a tale of two citizens with two completely different sets of rules. Okay, so what do we even mean by VIP culture? Well, at its core, it's a system that basically creates two distinct classes of people. You've got one group that enjoys all this power and privilege, and then, well, you've got everybody else. And this really lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you have luxury cars, security details, sirens clearing the way. On the other, you've got regular folks just trying to get by, often dealing with crumbling basic services. And you have to wonder, right? All that money being spent on special treatment for a handful of people, what if that was used to, actually help everyone? Now you might be thinking, come on, what's the big deal? It's just some tinted glass and a siren. But it's so much more than that. It's about creating this false sense of authority, about intimidating ordinary people. It lets them just bypass traffic laws like they don't exist. And, let's be honest, it can provide the perfect cover for all sorts of illegal stuff. These aren't just perks, they're tools for getting away with things. And that leads us to the part of the iceberg that's underwater, the real price of all this privilege. We see the flashy cars on the street, but what we don't see is the massive bill that comes with it. So here's the million-dollar question, or maybe the billion-dollar question. What's the actual annual cost of all this VIP security and protocol? How much of our money is being spent on this stuff? And is it really okay when so many basic services are crying out for funding? Exactly. This is information that the public has a right to know. It shouldn't be some big secret hidden away in a file somewhere. We're talking about public funds here. Transparency isn't just a nice idea, it's absolutely essential. Okay, so with incidents like the one with the impersonators making headlines and with people getting fed up, the government has had to respond. And what we've gotten is a promise. A crackdown is coming.
The official line is that they're taking action. They've rolled out a new standard operating procedure, an SOP, and they're vowing to crack down on all the misuse.
So let's dig into what this new SOP actually says. To get an exemption for things like tinted glass or sirens, it now has to go through a joint review. We're talking both the political folks and the police in the home department. The whole point, they say, is to make sure there's a genuine necessity. But, and this is a big but, huge questions are still floating around. Is this process going to be transparent? And more importantly, will anyone actually enforce it? So if the official response feels a little incomplete, what can we do? Well, this is where it gets interesting. There's a path forward, a kind of citizen's playbook for tackling this head-on.
It breaks down into 4 key steps. Step 1, follow the money. Use right to information laws to demand a full public audit of all VIP spending. Step 2, advocate for limits. Let's get some strict caps on which officials actually get these perks. Step 3, build a movement. Spread that core message of equality for everyone. And step 4, demand real transparency. It's great that there's a new SOP, but we have to watch it like a hawk to make sure it's actually being enforced.
And really, it all comes back to this one simple idea. No VIP is above the law. That's it. That should be the driving force behind everything. It's the bedrock of a fair society.
But are they? That's the real question, isn't it? We know what the rules should be. But what is the reality? This battle between equality and impunity is happening right now. And it leaves all of us with a final thought. What part are we going to play in this fight?